Guys.
Hey,
It's Dry Bones Bowser.
Streaming. Oh, shit.
Hi, C. Dewey.
Hi, C. Dewey. Oh, C. Dewey, don't put me on blast like this. I have a very fragile ego, and I'm a delicate little boy. Uh-oh. Oh, no. What happened? How did this happen? This is ridiculous.
What happened?
The stream looked like it stopped. Oh, it's fine, actually. Okay, everything's
It was just
fine.
Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch is just being silly. Okay. Hey, hold on. I didn't get to get a drink.
Okay.
So you tell them what we're doing.
Welcome back to Questlog, everybody. Our segment where we just talk about whatever shit we feel like. And there's nothing you can do about it. So
Ooh.
we do what we want.
We're grown-ups, you're babies.
So today we have a few topics prepared. First, we're going to talk about Deltarune.
I love it. Next topic.
That was fast. I told you that'd be a fast discussion.
Yep, it's good. Next one. Next topic. Come on, we gotta keep going. We're trying to cover 100 topics today.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's 100 topics.
I feel very unprepared.
2. Deltarune. It's good.
Again?
Yeah, it's so good.
Both the first two topics are Deltarune.
First 2 topics.
We're gonna talk about it, and it's so good we're gonna talk about it again.
Talk about it again. Well, second topic. What else are we talking about?
She-Ra.
She-Ra. It's good. Next topic.
Man, this is gonna be even shorter than I thought.
Is that it? Do you have any more?
I thought we had one more thing, but I don't remember.
We talk about the new, like, we could talk about, like, all the Nintendo shit, like Smash and Splatoon news.
Yeah, that's true.
Very important. Splash and Splatoon news. It's bad.
Oh,
Next
no.
one. Okay, well, that's been Questlog. Please like, comment, and
Didn't even
subscribe.
finish the first race.
If you like this, if you like more content like this where we don't actually make anything, we just say that things are good or bad, please leave a comment. And also, if you like, if you think that this shirt is good, you can get it at American Apparel. Anyway,
That's what the people want.
so
And it's been so long since I've played this game.
is that why you're doing 8th best?
Yeah, I was in 3rd for a minute.
Well,
Ow.
that's something. I can't fault you for that. Yeah, 3 mushrooms. That's got to be worth something. Keep running into hedges.
I know.
Link, you shouldn't be driving a motorcycle if you're going to be this inebriated. Why are you in, like, the sewers? That's gross.
It's Mario.
Yeah, but it's still gross. I mean, when Mario goes into the sewers, it's usually out of, like, necessity, not because he's having a fun time with friends.
Never make that turn. Anyway,
Does anyone still play this game?
well, apparently these people do. And Sea-Doo and Greta said they would play with me today.
They said they would, but
So we'll see if they're liars.
I hope they're not liars. Whoa, you blasted right through. Is that, like, who put that fake cardboard shrub up? Who are they trying to fool?
My own bomb.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Never make this turn. Anyway, let's start.
Okay.
Deltarune.
I want to.
For those who don't know, Deltarune is the sort of sequel question mark of Undertale.
I feel like it's not going to be a sequel,
Yeah.
personally, but I don't know for sure. Nobody does. But
It's Toby Fox's new game. It is related to Undertale in some way because there are, like, characters from Undertale in it, but it seems it's very mysterious whether it's like a sequel or an alternate universe.
I mean,
or
they're
what.
most definitely not the same, right?
Yeah.
like they're not the same guys. Like I feel like the most telling example would be that, at least for the most part, it's like, you know, in Undertale, the ultimate OTP, Alphys and Undyne end up dating, but in this one they don't even know who each other is.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I guess the only thing that I'm still not 100%, hey Greta.
Greta here.
I'm still not 100% like, oh, it's not a sequel, is that it's Toby Fox, so it could be like some plot twist where this, like maybe after Undertale something happened and
they all lost their memory.
Yeah, they all lost their memory and they're in this weird new world or something.
And also Asriel isn't dead.
Yeah.
Is another thing. So
I should probably change my bike, because this is
it's a great
not
bike.
doing great.
That's a good bike. You one race and you're like convinced your bike is
No, like
good.
it's not feeling good when I turn. Greta, do you know, I feel like I can never remember which stat for your vehicle is
handling
what lets you do sharp turns. I can never remember if it's handling or if it's I can't remember the other one. Traction?
Who knows? But let's not get.
But whatever it is, this bike, these
Bye.
wheels are bad. I can't make sharp turns, and I hate it. But anyway, so yeah, that's what Deltarune is. It's related to Undertale. It's Toby Fox's new game. He released the first chapter for free on Halloween. Ow. And
It's good.
it's good. I need more of it. I need the whole game, please.
It's never coming out.
No.
That's the twist, is that chapter 1 is the only chapter.
Just like the last Ava Rebuild movie.
Yeah. Plot twist.
Ano's ultimate fuck you is he's just never gonna finish it.
Gotcha. What, So, aside from saying that it's good, because that's not very descriptive.
What?
Why is it good? Why did you enjoy it, Chelsea?
So, I liked it because it really does feel like you're back in the world of Undertale, but it's, you know, new, and there are new characters that seem so far just as lovable as the first game. And the writing's still just as funny and clever. And the game mechanics, I think, have been improved a little bit. Toby Fox has sort of developed it for the better, I think.
What do you like about the game mechanics more?
I like that the battle system is a little different now. Like, you can do more stuff and you have companions whereas in the first game it was just you.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, so, like, you know, leading up to it, it was like very mysterious what Toby Fox was trying to get at. You know, he made all these cryptic ass Twitter posts.
Oh, that was you, C. Dewey.
Oh, C. Dewey
How could you?
owned us. But so, like, I was surprised when I found out he like had released a new game, you know. I mean, I didn't think that he was never gonna make a video game again, but lo and behold. But like when I first started playing it, and like I was really nervous, I guess, when I first started playing it. You know, Toby Fox, he's really only made like one game.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know he's made.
It could be a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, lightning in a bottle, right? So I was worried, like, oh no, what if it's bad? But so I started playing it with like really, I don't know, like, I wouldn't say low expectations necessarily, but like
ready to get disappointed.
Yeah.
And I didn't get disappointed. So at first it was kind of weird because, you know, the game assumes that you've played Undertale beforehand, and in fact that when you go to the website, it's like this game is like intended for you to have played Undertale first.
Yeah.
So like immediately the game like puts you in a situation where you're around all these characters that are from Undertale, and you look a lot like a character from Undertale. And so I was like, I don't know, kind of caught off guard. I was wondering like where this was going, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like I didn't necessarily want it to just be like, what if Undertale, but now it's again.
Yeah.
But fortunately, I felt like it was different enough to not bum me out. There were times though when like it was so like blatantly similar to Undertale, I felt like I couldn't tell if that was like purposeful, right?
Yeah.
Like if this was
If it was like trying to be meta, or if it was just too on the nose.
Yeah, if I was getting Hideo Kojima'd or some shit.
Yeah.
Like one thing that really stuck out to me is like, is this on purpose, or does Toby Fox just kind of suck at writing? Was like the relationship between Lancer and Susie. I was like, this is just Papyrus and Undyne again. Like very similar dynamic. And it's like, I don't hate that in and of itself. I liked it in Undertale. And like of course, if I like that, I'm probably gonna like their interactions again. But I'm like, is he doing this on purpose, or does he just recognize this is kind of like a funny character dynamic, and he was like, let's just do that again?
Yeah, I get that. It's like, is it a clever parallel, or is it just couldn't think of a new thing?
Yeah. I also thought that, like, I agree with you. I think the battle system was better.
Yeah, I got fourth again.
Hey, great job. That's the magic
Thanks, Lord
number.
Bill.
So Dewey beat us again.
Is it,
Piece of shit.
I beat Dewey last time, but he hit me with a shell. Greta, is it that I need higher traction or lower traction?
Higher, probably, right?
I would guess so.
I agree with you, the battle system's better. It's more in depth, and I appreciate that about it. I feel like, you know, a lot of Undertale, there was like nothing to the battle system really. It was all about the bullet hell aspect.
These are about the same.
Hi, Sans.
Hi, Sans. You gonna hop in? No, we're talking about Deltarune, but we're playing Mario Kart.
Yeah, I mean, we might play Deltarune, ROOM, at some point. Like,
Yeah.
we might play it like at Christmas or some shit.
Could do, could do.
But right now we're just talking about it.
Dewey is a natural at Mario Kart. Yeah, hop in, Sans.
Yeah, come on in. I keep losing my train of thought. There's more to the battle system, which I appreciate. The battle system for Undertale was just a bullet hell, and then there was like a very like kind of rudimentary puzzle attached to each fight, where you had to like kind of
Figure out what their
they
action
wanted.
was, yeah.
Yeah, in this one, like there's a little bit more management going on. In chapter 1, I feel like, I don't know, it was purposefully, like the battle complicatedness was purposefully kept to a minimum. I was never like challenged at what to do. Like, I mean, I don't know, I played through the whole game like without ever getting to a game over screen.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so it's not like hard. I don't necessarily think it needs to be hard.
Right.
But on the other hand, if you're gonna like put sort of like more complicated systems into the battle schema, then you should at least put like some challenge in there. I think anyway.
Yeah.
So that was good. The music was very good.
Yeah, definitely. I was happy with the music.
I thought the art was a little bit like hit or miss. I found like some of the character designs kind of strange.
Yeah.
And
I saw a post on Tumblr about apparently he got a lot of the character designs from something else, like some other artist. And he thanked them on Twitter because I'm assuming he didn't just copy their designs.
Right.
But maybe that's why, because I feel like in Undertale a lot of the designs he made, whereas with this one I guess he took inspiration and or just straight up like worked with them or used their design.
Yeah.
Mainly for like the card characters.
Right. Yeah, it was really like the card characters and then Ralsei that felt like the designs were a little bit strange. I thought were a little bit off-putting. And then also like I know that it's a demo, but like some parts like felt really like unfinished in terms of the art department. Like
Yeah.
it drove me really crazy that Lancer didn't have a walking animation.
Oh yeah.
Like when he's like kind of falling behind, he just like glides along, and I'm like, why is this like this? Like I didn't get it. It's like he put like a lot of detail into other stuff, but it's like no, it's walking animation for Lancer.
Is that the secret boss? I didn't fight him.
Are we talking about Javel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't fight him either. I guess that's hard, but that boss seems like more hard because of like the bullet hell stuff. Like I feel like the battle, like the numbers game isn't that complicated.
Yeah, we're doing Worldwide Sands.
Yeah, I've watched him be fought. I've watched a video of him getting fought, and it's like the challenge is just it's a hard bullet hell. It's like essentially the same thing behind Sands, really.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Undertale, in case you haven't played that yet.
In which case, you would be very confused about everything we're talking about.
I just didn't like that Sans fucked my mom.
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh, really? Like I know.
When I saw that line, I was like, "Oh man, Clark's not gonna like that."
Yeah. I mean, it seems like kind of weird. It's like,
I was like, is this just like to poke fun at the fan base for liking that ship, or is this like an actual
Sans
hint that it's canon? What is happening? Yeah, with Lancer's Walk, I also, it didn't occur to me that maybe it was because the game wasn't done. I just thought it was kind of like supposed to be a funny thing. But I don't know. Now that you brought it up, I'm thinking, oh, maybe it was just... No.
I mean, even if it's a joke, like, I don't know, I don't think it reads. It mainly just looks bad to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why he would slide.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, like, visual jokes in Undertale. Like, the fucking dog neck and the fucking... there's lots of fucking visual jokes in that game, but it's like, I don't know, they're actual jokes, right? It's like, this is funny because of reasons.
Yeah.
It's like absurd. I don't know. I just don't think Lancer sliding is like, if it's a joke, I don't think it's a very good one. But I'm inclined to think that like, he just didn't animate it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's possible.
We'll see. What did you think of the characters, Chelsea? A big part of that game is the characters. Well, I know you. What did you think?
So far, I like them. At first, I thought Lancer was just kind of annoying, but then as he like interacted with them more and became friends with Susie, I started to like him a lot more.
Yeah.
Ow. I don't know. I feel like part of the problem is that it's just the first chapter.
Yeah.
So I imagine some characters will still, grow and develop over the course of the whole game. Mm-hmm. But thus far, it did get me to pretty quickly like the main characters.
Yeah.
The only one that I didn't really care about or like was Lancer's dad. Because usually even, the villains that just show up for a minute are still, something is good about them. Like the freaking checkers monster.
Love the monster.
Doesn't say anything, only you fight him twice, but I still was like, yeah, that's great. But with Lancer's dad, I was just like, eh.
Yeah.
But I think that was the only one that I didn't like.
I loved Rule's card.
Yeah, same. Great character and possibly the best shop theme. Mm-hmm. I very rarely listen to extended songs, 10-minute long songs that people have done on YouTube, but that one I did.
I really like all the fan art online of Rule's card of Papyrus tutoring Rule's card on how to make puzzles better. Yeah. It's really good.
It's so good. Worst thing about Deltarune Chapter 1 is you can't meet Papyrus. He's there! You can hear him in the house, and you can't talk to him. And Sans is like, you can go hang out with him tomorrow. And then the chapter ends.
I had so much anxiety when Sans wanted me to hang out with Papyrus, because I was like, well, I promised Susie I was going to hang out with her in the closet. Oh, man. It was too real.
Which one of your video game friends are you going to hang out with?
I know.
What if you hang out with the wrong one and get the bad ending?
Look, I think you're supposed to hang out with Susie, right? Papyrus will forgive you.
Yeah.
If you don't hang out with Susie, she'll feel betrayed, and then she'll become the bad guy.
Yeah. I mean, also probably you go hang out with Susie during school and skip class, and then after school you go hang out with Papyrus.
Well, I'm skipping class, and now I'm gonna go get suspended. And what is my mom gonna think? You can't make everyone happy. This is the antithesis of Undertale. You can't make everybody happy, unlike Undertale.
It's okay. She'll be too distracted with her new boyfriend.
No, she doesn't have one. She's... No. I doubt... No. Nuh-uh. Who's her new boyfriend? Because it's not Sans. You think Ralsei is the bad guy? He was the bad guy last time.
Yeah, I am wondering, kind of my initial idea for a big plot twist when I played the game was that, the legend he tells you about the human, the monster, and the prince. Mm-hmm. I was like, maybe it'll turn out that the legend is true, but it's not us, or we're the wrong roles. Maybe the prince is actually Lancer, and the monster's us. I don't know.
The monster is us, and the human is Waluigi.
Yeah. No, I don't know. But I was wondering if it was something along those lines.
I totally feel like the idea that Ralsei isn't the actual prince and it's supposed to be Lancer. Because Ralsei is essentially Azrael, and Azrael is, at least in Undertale, a monster. Mm-hmm. So it's a monster, and a human. That's not a legend, idiot. Yeah. You think you can trick me? Tobias? No.
But Fluffy Goat Boy.
I hate Fluffy Goat Boy. I hated him in Undertale, and I hate him again in this game. I don't get why people like Azrael. He's a garbage. Why? It's not a joke. Stop laughing. He's trash. Trash goat. Worst goat. I threw his manual on the ground.
Oh, you have auto steer on? Let's see. I think, is it in your options? Yeah, if you go into Hearsay Dewey, you can do L to turn it on or off. And R. R does automatic acceleration or something. Boo! That's not Excite Bike.
Yeah, I wanted it to be Baby Park.
Good one, Greta. Also, Greta, why aren't you playing Mario Kart with us? I don't see your name in the roster, unless you changed it. But anyway, yeah, like I wouldn't be surprised if Ralsei ended up being evil or something.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like because people might be expecting that, it won't happen.
Yeah, it's all like kind of a big question of like, you know, how does this actually relate to Undertale? Because it definitely has to.
Yeah.
Because he says again, the game's like play Undertale first, so it would be really strange unless it was like a really brilliant marketing plan. It would be really
Buy
strange.
Undertale before you play this game that has not that much to do with Undertale.
That actually doesn't tie into Undertale at all. Yeah. Yeah, so I feel like it's gotta like it's just something's gonna happen. I don't know. It's all a question of like how does it tie into Undertale.
What do you think was up with the ending? Do you have any predictions?
Oh, how he like tears out his little soul and throws it in the cage?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. That's a good question. Do I have any predictions?
Any predictions or theories or anything about that? Ah!
I don't know, man. Undertale theories are always like really wild with like how this whole soul thing relates to the character you're playing as. Greta, just get your sister to play with us too. But it's a good question. I'm wondering like if maybe I'm wondering if you'll like always be Chris, I guess. Because it seems clear that you're sort of a separate entity than he is. Like, and it's kind of, you know, the whole thing's weird. The whole thing's kind of weird because like you're so removed from the main character. Like everyone talks about how like weird you're acting all day because you're not acting like a weird person. You're acting like a normal good boy.
Yeah.
So, I wonder, I don't know. I wonder if there are other humans. I wonder if you can put your soul in another character. I wonder if
it's just like another meta thing of it's because you're controlling Chris. Or if it has something to do with Chara and Frisk.
Oh my god. Yeah, I like seeing a lot of stuff like people arguing like, oh, it is Chara, oh, it isn't Chara, you know, and like a lot of other stuff like I don't know. Something has to do with like all these theories about how it is about Gaster or something. I haven't read any of them because I kind of don't want to before the whole game comes out.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. I haven't been looking at any fan theories because I'm not interested in them.
Yeah. I haven't actively looked at them, but I've seen like just some floating around just from being online.
What's been like the best theory that you've seen?
I recently saw a comic someone did that was kind of cool. That was sort of like Susie goes to school the next day and waits for Chris to show up, but Chris doesn't come. So she's all kind of like, you know, heard about it, but acting tough. And then she sees Chris like sitting on a bench somewhere, and she's like, hey, what the fuck? And Chris is like acting weird and kind of being kind of like he was at the end of the game with his heart and stuff. And Susie, like, as that goes on, Susie gets more concerned, and then she decides to like go back to the underground or whatever, wherever you were,
The darkness zone,
and see if she can get Rouse to help figure out what's wrong with Chris. It was neat, and the art was nice. But it basically, what the comic implied, I know I'm not really, it's hard to describe because, you know, it's a visual thing, but like, Chris kind of like gets that weird red aura, and Chara's dagger appears in their hand, and then they're talking about like their choices don't matter and stuff. And then suddenly it goes away, and they're like, hey, what are you doing here, Susie? What's happening? Like, they didn't know what was happening, like, their memory or something was gone. It was neat. I've seen also stuff about, apparently there was like a fan thing someone did back when Undertale came out, just for like fun, where they basically combined Chara and Frisk's color palettes or whatever. I don't know if they combined it or just found like the color in between them or what. But they're like the true neutral, because Frisk was like mercy and Chara was genocide.
Yeah.
So like, this is the true neutral character, and and then they were like talking about it, and they're like, let's call them Chris. And it was spelled Chris, and it was a combination of Chara and Frisk.
Right.
But then now people are like, holy shit!
Yeah. You gotta wonder if like Toby also saw that.
Yeah, and I saw like, even before I played the game, I saw a few people talking about how, like, you know, Rouse is Asriel rearranged.
Yeah.
And how some other characters might be secretly other characters from Undertale.
Right.
And I know people were like, Frisk and Chris sort of sound similar. What do you guys think in the chat?
Yes, tell us your theories.
Sans Undertale is Susie.
That's true. You gotta wonder about those kinds of things.
I don't know. I also like don't super want to look at theories. Like I'm kind of torn, because on one hand I like fan theories about stuff, especially when it's something that becomes like as meta and as Undertale. And I enjoy seeing what people think of. But on the other hand, I do, like you, I want to like experience it myself.
Yeah.
And I am a little worried if someone does guess correctly, it will make it so that I feel less, holy shit, mind blown, when I play it.
Yeah. Oh, God. Looks like you're crying, Sans.
What? Why is Sans crying?
Sans said she was gonna cry if it was Rainbow Road.
Oh. Don't cry, Sans. It's okay.
Bye, Chelsea.
Bye.
What city do you think that is down there?
New donk.
Oh my god. They knew. They knew before they even
Yep.
did it. Whoa. Talk about Toby Fox, hideous Kojima.
When's Death Stranding come out?
What?
When's Death Stranding come out?
Never.
Oh.
It's just same time.
Same time as...
PET. The true twist is that Toby Fox isn't real and it's just Hideo Kojima.
Anything else about Deltarune?
It's real good.
It is.
Cool.
I'm excited to
Yeah, I'm excited.
play the actual game whenever it comes out.
We're gonna put Susie in Smash. Yeah. I hope it comes out soon. I
Yeah.
don't know how long I can wait. I'm probably gonna die.
Oh no.
But I don't know. It's exciting. What's next? We're gonna talk about
She-Ra?
Shira. It's good.
It's good.
I like it. It's great.
Once again, for anyone who might not know, Netflix did a reboot of the old cartoon She-Ra, Princess of Power. Now it's Princesses of Power.
Yep. There's a lot of them.
It's a lot of them. You might have knocked me off. I don't know who knocked me off. Somebody did. Was it you?
I love it.
But yeah, it was good. I like the art style. I like the characters.
Mm-hmm.
The writing sometimes is a little,
Bad?
yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, overall, it was decent.
Yeah, it was really striking, actually, how, like, all over the place the quality of the writing is. Because,
Yeah.
like,
You could definitely tell, like, as with almost every TV show, there are multiple writers. And I imagine some do better than others.
yeah. What really, like, was jarring, though, is there is that one episode, I think with the
Spoilers
episode,
for She-Ra.
Yeah, the episode right before the finale where, you know, Katra and Adora get stuck in the fucking hologram palace. Which, for me, you know, I'm a very basic human. I loved that episode.
Yeah, me too.
Then immediately afterwards, it was the finale of the season, which was very
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Like, horribly paced. Nothing that happened had, like,
Link.
yeah, this is good job. Nothing that happens in that episode has any, like, consequences. Like, nothing the characters
Yeah.
do matters.
It felt very like old anime or cartoon. Like, oh, we saved the day with the power of friendship.
Yeah, like,
Yay!
I know that a lot of anime, like, they use the power of friendship a lot in a lot of anime, like, to some extent. But this was, like, so, like, not, like, transparent about it. Like, if we all just clap our hands and believe, the bad guys will go away. And that's, like, what literally happened.
Yeah.
And it was, like, so bad. So, I don't know. You know...
But like, other than the last episode, it was a good series. And I'm excited that there'll be more, because they did get renewed.
Yeah, no, me too. I'm excited there'll be more. I hope that, you know, it ends up being good. I hope that I'm not disappointed horribly. And I hope that I'm not living in this constant state of, like, hating the show but loving the, like, fan community like a certain someone is with a certain cartoon that's also made by the same production company.
Oh, the last season comes out in like less than a month. I don't know what to do.
Well, for better or for worse, your suffering will be over soon.
Ow.
You shoplifted Netflix. Wow.
Although speaking of Voltron, relating it to She-Ra, I know a lot of people who are like in both fandoms are talking about them, especially in regards to how I know we talked about this in a previous episode, but like Voltron has not done very well with representation. They like pretend to, but they don't.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are a lot happier with She-Ra, and rightfully so.
Yeah. You know, nobody in She-Ra, it's like, She-Ra is like,
Hey, I got
don't
first
know.
place.
There was like, in She-Ra, there was one, like, explicit, I think, like, lesbian couple. The net girl and her girlfriend.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know, it's like, other than that, like, who else are you gonna ship? Ain't no boys in that show. There's Arrow Man, and that's it. And the other guy, Pirate,
Seahawk.
What the fuck is the guy who shoots arrows' name?
Bo.
Oh my God.
I don't know how you could forget that.
I thought his name was Arrow Boy. I had a 50-50 chance, and I picked the wrong implement. And I mean, like,
Yeah, I know, but I think a lot of, from what I've seen, what a lot of people are happy about are like the way that it's, I guess, shown the relationships. Like there aren't any canon romantic relationships yet besides that one. But I saw how like people were discussing the show, unlike a lot of other shows, doesn't go out of the way to be like, oh, they're just girl pals. You know, they're
yeah,
don't read too much into it.
It's like a lot of other shows would be like She-Ra or Adora and Glimmer would like be pounding around, but then there'd be like a hot boy and they'd both get lady boners over it.
Yeah.
If it were a lesser show, that's what would happen. But it hasn't happened. No one's tried to like fuck Seahawk yet. You know, even though somebody should. I mean, anybody. That lizard guy, Emily, the robot that entrapped the maid. Somebody needs to fuck She-Hawk.
OTP.
I mean, not She-Hawk.
That's She-Ra's cousin, She-Hawk.
Oh, I was just gonna say they're gonna fucking gem fusion Seahawk and She-Ra.
The fusion we deserve.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently, like, also the showrunner, who also, like, she's the one who's credited with adapting this version. She made another series, I don't know if it's like a comic series or what, that apparently also has a lot of LGBT rep.
Yeah.
And also, she had a Twitter at one point, I guess, that says, like, unless explicitly stated otherwise, just assume all of my characters are gay.
Do you think that one terrible scrawny boy is gonna is gonna get with Bo? That one miserable scrawny boy?
Maybe.
I don't know, it seemed like when he was in jail he was like horny for Bo.
Yeah. It's possible.
Or maybe he's just so starved for attention that...
Yeah, that's also very possible.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. A character who every scene involving him involves like him getting bludgeoned by something.
And whose name I also still don't remember.
Nobody remembers that kid. It's like... I think his name's Kyle.
Oh yeah, I think it was Kyle.
Oh, is it really Kyle?
It might be.
Okay, probably Kyle. Yeah, it's good and it's pretty. I like all the characters. I don't like... here's the thing. I do have one big crit.
Yeah.
The relationship between Glimmer and her mom makes no fucking sense.
Oh yeah.
It is totally whack. They need to decide... They need to decide some, like, things about the relationship. Because, like, on the one hand, it's like presented as like you know, a sovereign and like one of her generals. And on the other hand, it's like a mom and a daughter, and so she'll be like, "Oh, I can't believe you lost the battle of the glimmering woods. You're grounded." And I'm like, that's stupid. I don't care how funny that is. It's really dumb. I mean, I know that it's like, as far, you know, as a kid's show, it doesn't take itself too seriously, but it takes itself seriously enough to where you can't ground a general. That's dumb.
Yeah. It didn't bother me too much, but I get what you're saying.
Oh, I failed my diplomatic mission. My mom's gonna take away my Nintendo. Fuck you.
Another thing that the show did good, especially as an adaptation, is that, you know, the original show came out in the 80s, and all the characters were like same body type, but mostly all white people, that sort of thing. And the new art style and character designs are a big improvement in not just from the original, but also just today compared to other shows, in terms of like the characters have different body types, they're different ethnicities, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I feel like the only show that I've seen, the only Cartoon Man show where everybody's not a towering god or goddess is like Steven Universe, where the main character and his dad are like little chubby boys.
Yeah.
Not to say that Greg Universe isn't a god. he's a beautiful dad with flowing mane of bald hair.
Ow! Rude. Greta, why are you asking who She-Ra is? Do you mean like who the character is? Are you making a joke, or do you just not know what we're talking about?
It's a Cartoon Man show on the Netflix.
It's an adaptation of the 80s cartoon.
Yeah.
I never saw.
I did not watch that Cartoon Man show.
Did you watch He-Man?
I watched He-Man.
I didn't watch either.
And I watched Thundercats, which I think they're also adapting on Netflix.
Netflix is making so many new things.
Well, it's easy.
And, yeah, it's like, on one hand, a lot of them are turning out pretty good, but on the other hand, it's like, maybe make something new?
Oh, totally. I mean, like, you know, we made Dragon Prince.
Yeah.
Which fucking owns.
Yeah, Dragon Prince is also good, you guys.
Yeah.
We could talk about that a little too, I guess. I don't think we have.
I love it. It's so good.
It's kind of funny that on Tumblr, a lot of people who are in the Voltron fandom who are kind of annoyed with Voltron are talking about now being like, fuck Voltron! The Dragon Prince and She-Ra are my new things!
Yeah.
Which, you know, that
is fair.
Yeah.
No, it's fucking Dragon Prince is great. I have really high hopes for it.
Yeah, me too.
Cause it's by like Avatar guy, right?
Yeah, the two creators of Avatar, I don't remember their names, but they're like two guys who work together to be the showrunners for the original Avatar: The Last Airbender, not Legend of Korra.
Yeah, the good one, not the shitty one.
Are now doing The Dragon Prince, which is a Netflix original.
Okay, here's the scale. On the far right side, you got the good shit. You got Avatar, best one, classic, amazing. Right behind it, you got Dragon Prince, first season so far, excellent. Then there's a big dividing line. After Avatar, after Dragon Prince, you got Avatar: The Last Airbender movie by M. Night Shyamalan, and then after that you have, at the worst end, you have Legend of Korra, worst thing ever made by a human person, complete garbage, throw it in the trash, forget it ever happened.
Yeah, The Dragon Prince came out in September, I think. If you haven't seen it yet and you have Netflix, you should watch it. It's quite good. Yeah, I don't like that course either.
I don't know. Chelsea would have to tell you why people don't like Voltron. I just feel...
Oh.
The only thing I understand about it from talking to Chelsea is that they set up a lot of promises they don't deliver on.
Yeah, that's basically the thing. So, in a nutshell, Voltron started out very good.
We already did a quest line on Voltron.
Yeah, I'll try not to... I won't talk about it too much, because I can rant about it for, like, hours. But basically, it started out really good. It consistently is good at, like, setting up interesting plots and characters, but then it never delivers on them, and which is extremely frustrating. It'll be like, and it keeps doing that. Even in the newer seasons, something will happen and you'll be like, oh, that's really interesting. I wonder how this will pan out. And then it does it bad.
And then it like pans out off camera and everyone just is like,
it just does it off camera, or the end result is just something like, oh, we fixed it. It's all good now. And then there are also some other things, like they promised LGBT representation but did not really deliver on that. There's one more season, so they could maybe bring something with that, but at this point the thing that they have done was so bad, like everyone would suddenly need to be gay to make up for it, and even then that would be bad writing.
That'd be so funny.
It would be like, what?
Yeah, no, I'm gay now.
Yeah.
That's how they all come out.
But and the same people also argue that the same goes for the representation in terms of like people of color, because their cast is diverse, but the characters who are minorities often have like less screen time than the white characters, or you know, and like the main who you could, it's an ensemble, but the guy who you could argue is the main character is Keith, who people at first assumed was Asian because he was in the original Voltron, and it's in like anime style, so it's kind of ambiguous if he is, but it's still ambiguous if he is. Like we know pretty much everyone's ethnicity except for him, and people are like, well, okay, what? We know he's half alien. That's all we know.
Wait, I forget. Like, but like Hunk is like definitely a person of color, right?
Yeah, Hunk is half black, half Samoan. Lance is Cuban. Pidge is white. Shiro is Japanese. Yeah, Shiro's Japanese. Keith is either Asian or white and half alien, and then Allura is all alien.
All alien.
But coded to be a person of color because she has like dark skin.
She also has a British accent, though.
Yeah. Well, there are people of color in Britain.
Wrong.
Clark.
Wrong. Yeah, but as soon as you have a British accent, you are like coded you are coded very white. You have to be like explicitly like look very coded like black, like Garnet, to not be like British accent coded white.
But like, yeah, that kind of is another example of how like on the surface Voltron is good and diverse, but then when you dig deeper, it is a little more disappointing.
You should watch the Dragon Prince, Greta. It's very good.
Yeah, the Dragon Prince is good.
I love it. I love it. I hate the frog though. Frog can go. Out of all the familiars that have occurred in like Avatar and Avatar creators.
Oh man, Mirrored Rainbow Road.
Fictions, Frog is worst one. Is it right? All the other ones have been better.
What are we talking about?
The familiars in Avatar and in Dragon Prince, like,
yeah,
they've all certainly been like cuter. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna really get into it. Like, Pabu's character doesn't have a character, so Pabu might be worse.
Pabu is just cute.
Yeah, Pabu exists like purely to be as cute as humanly possible. But other than that, yeah, that's all the only reason Pabu exists. So maybe the Toad is better than Pabu. I don't know.
Even hockey is better.
Yeah.
Classic Avatar: The Last Airbender character, hockey.
Remember hockey? Whoa, what a treasure, that hockey.
Ah, too fast.
What's the name of the Earth King's bear? Bosco?
I think so, something like that.
Bosco is also better than Papa.
What about terrible airbending child from Korra? His
his
lemur.
like fleet of lemurs?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's a reason that it's worse than the M. Night Shyamalan movie. And look, I'll tell you right now, like per hour, the M. Night Shyamalan movie is worse, but Korra lasts for what, 30 hours?
Yeah, something like that.
So I feel like the sheer volume of awfulness beats out the M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Did you win, CDW? No, you're not wearing the crown.
So we've gotten very far away from She-Ra at this point.
Yeah, well, it was a relatively natural transition to other cartoons.
I love cartoons because I'm a giant baby.
Oh, we could talk about Steven Universe, too.
Steven Universe, this
Coming
is
back.
a new one. It's coming
Is this
back.
going to be the last
I pray for it to be the last one.
I don't know if it's been confirmed if this is like the finale or if this is just another arc.
I
don't know what else they could do after the diamonds. That's like the big bad.
Yeah, I like get on my hands
keep getting
and
mirrors
knees every day.
Keep getting mirror courses.
And I'm like, please God, just let Steven Universe be over, though.
Greta thought season 1 of Korra was good.
Wrong. Bad job. It sucks. It's awful. I hate it. All seasons of Korra are bad. And that's just the hard fact. That's the hard pill to swallow. They're all terrible.
Personally, I don't think they're terrible so much as just kind of boring. Like, I don't hate them, but I'm just like, I don't care.
The writing, I will say that it's a very pretty looking show. And that's it. The writing is the worst, and the characters are almost all unlikable.
You have boringest man, Mako.
The boringest man. We have strong, independent Korra, except for all the time when she can't do a thing for some reason. Always getting owned. Like, secretly actually the damsel in distress trope. We have the comic relief. Maybe like one of the only like marginally okay characters is Bolin.
Yeah.
We have
Asami.
We have my dad.
Your dad?
My dad.
Who?
Tenzin.
Oh.
Fucking Asami. All perfect. Honestly, like, I know a lot of people really like the Korra Asami thing, you know. But like, honestly, Asami was so good with Mako because they were both so fucking boring. The perfect boring couple. I ship them sharing plates of Wonder Bread together. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I will say like they more recently have done like a new series of visual novels based on Korra that take place right after the series ends. And that has Korrasami, which like extrapolates more on the relationship, and it's written by like someone else. So it's actually not. It's so far it's decent. I've only read like the first volume or whatever, but I liked it more than the actual show.
So like many mediocre to shitty cartoons, the best part is the fanfics.
Yeah. Yep. Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Legend of
I do
Korra-
like Korrasami, but I think a big part of that is just being starved for canon gay ships.
Legend of Korra is like honestly one of the like pieces of media that's not video games that I've ever wanted to make a video about. About how it's the worst thing.
Make a Korra is garbage and here's why video.
More or less. But then I'd like have to watch it again, which would be like my third viewing of the series.
Yeah.
I watched it once when it came out in the earnest hope that something good would happen. Spoilers, nothing good ever happened. And then I watched it again with Chelsea as an excuse to get loaded.
Back when we did our watch a shitty thing and drink every week.
Yeah. You know, like healthy adults do.
Yeah.
But then I'd like have to watch it again and I'd probably have to be like sober enough to remember things that happened.
You'd have to like pay enough attention to analyze it.
Ugh.
Yeah. But man, talking about Korra also brings me back to frickin' Voltron.
It all comes back to Voltron.
Yeah.
Everything circles back to Voltron.
Well, because the showrunners for Voltron are the same showrunners who did Korra.
Oh.
And
How interesting.
and like Voltron is better, but mainly because unlike Korra, the characters are good in Voltron, but the actual story writing is still bad, which is more frustrating. Because like I said, I don't hate Korra. I just find it kind of boring. But I'm pretty indifferent to it. I'm like whatever. But with Voltron, it actually has potential, and I'm like, you could be so much better. Like, please.
Wink, for Christ's sakes.
In Korra, when a disappointing or shitty thing happened to a character, I didn't care. In Voltron, when something like that happens to a character, I'm like, my son, no! You deserve so much better!
All right. Are we gonna do Nintendo chat?
Sure. Unless anyone in the chat has any last remarks, but I don't think you guys actually have seen She-Ra.
Yeah.
So-
Watch She-Ra. Watch the Dragon Prince. They're both
Yeah.
really good.
And if you want to suffer with me, watch Voltron.
Yeah. Do that. Oh, we didn't really talk about Steven though, huh?
Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, all I said is that I hope it's over, and I really, and I do really mean that.
Yeah.
I can't with this fucking schedule anymore, man.
Yeah. What if alternatively they just went back to having a regular schedule?
That would be great, but I feel like that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that, Greta. It's definitely not for everyone. Oh yeah, there's a movie coming too.
Okay, can the movie
wonder-
be it though?
Yeah, I wonder if the movie will be like the finale.
The end of Steve Evangelion?
Wonder what the movie's even gonna be about.
I hope it's about the final conflict and then everything is done and I can just die already. Can I just please die to Rebecca Sugar?
But if you die, you won't get to see the rest of like She-Ra and Dragon Prince.
But at least I'll have seen the end of Steven. The end of Steve Evangelion. That's what we're calling it. Yeah, I mean, it's just really the schedule. It like kills me. You know,
Yeah, it sucks.
These other cartoons have like entire like seasons that come out in like a semi-regular basis. And it's like,
I hate Cheeseland.
you know, how can you hate Cheeseland, Chelsea? It is.
I can't eat it.
Have you tried? Go up to that TV screen and give it and try. With other cartoons, it's like they come out on a schedule. I know when they're coming out. If like a big thing, if there's a big cliffhanger, then I can be like, well, in 6 months to a year, I can expect resolution.
Yeah. That's why it's also good that She-Ra and Dragon Prince are on Netflix.
I love
you can
that.
binge it.
I'm so happy that that's a thing, because now I don't have to live in terror as to when the next Steven bomb is going to come out. Okay, cartoons ain't supposed to come out in the form of bombs. They come out in the form of seasons. I'm sorry, Steven Universe, but why can't you do it good? How come everybody else can do it, but you can't do it for some reason?
Did you see the image I shared on Discord about like the airing of Steven Universe over the years?
Yeah.
It's like this chart for anyone who is curious and didn't see it that someone made of the airing schedule. And it's like the first year Steven Universe came out, it was pretty regular. We got a lot of episodes.
It's like a normal TV show, for God's
And then
sakes.
like over time it just slowly became less and less until in like this year there were maybe like 10 episodes the whole year.
These are 15-minute episodes, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Not even 15.
Episodes.
They were like 11-minute episodes. So it's like, it's just hard. Because I like Steven Universe so much, but it keeps hurting me. I just want it to be over.
Yeah. Ah!
How dare you? Baby Park is a pure and perfect stage.
Did very bad that time.
Yeah, if they like make Steven Universe indefinitely, there's gonna like come a time where I like don't actually care anymore. If they like don't end it eventually, I don't know, eventually I will like write a one-page fan fiction about how everybody gets eaten by a lion.
And it'll be the lion from Voltron, the ultimate insult.
Well, it'll be the lion from Voltron, but it'll be a pink lion from Voltron.
Yeah, I feel like though, since Steven Universe, like it started out very episodic. But then it got way more plotty.
Yep.
So I feel like they can't keep, unless they go back to just being episodic, like what more are they gonna do? From the beginning, they build up the diamonds to be like the main big thing.
Yeah.
So once they're done with that, it's like, how can you keep going? Unless, again, you could just go back to doing just little fun, silly things of the week.
If you do that, though, how am I supposed to care?
Unless they do the friggin' Dragon Ball thing and just make... Oh, we thought this was the ultimate bad guy, but there's a bigger one, it turns out.
Oh my god, I don't... Chelsea, I can't handle that. I can't even begin to tell you how awful that would be.
Yeah, I'm glad that that's not super common anymore. Yeah, probably see Dewey.
Oh man, I gotta tell you, I like it when I kind of like it sometimes when shows end. I'm kind of really happy personally that there's only gonna be one more season of Game of fucking Thrones.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, that feels good. That feels about right. I don't think there needs to be more than how much there's going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely rather have a series end like kind of short but on a satisfying note.
Yeah.
Than to have it just keep going and then slowly become bad. Because I have watched shows where that happens and it's just like, please stop.
Chelsea, Supernatural was always bad. Yeah, I feel very much the same way, and it's magnified with Steven Universe because like because of the way it's released, it really like it really gets my goat. It really gets my panties all up in a twist.
Yeah, like I hated that Gravity Falls was only 2 seasons, and I wish it would have been like 4 seasons or something, but at the same time, Alex Hirsch was like, this is how I imagine the story. So it's like, okay, I respect that.
Yeah, and you know what? It's one of my favorite Cartoon Man shows.
Yeah, it's very good. If you haven't watched Gravity Falls, watch Gravity Falls.
Yeah, go watch Gravity
It's
Falls.
only 2 seasons.
You know, original Avatar only 3 seasons, but it's perfect. Over the Garden Wall is like 1 season, but it's great.
Over the Garden Wall is like a mini series. It's only 12 episodes, and they're half episodes, so 11 minutes each.
What?
What? That was weird.
Link is going into the afterlife now.
Join us, Sans.
Join us, coward!
Greta's banned. Get out of here, Greta.
Oh no, come on. Don't say that. That's not... You gotta be kidding me, dude. It's so good. What? Come on. How can you...
Greta.
How can you say that?
You're making Clark so
Oh
upset.
my god. It's so good. It's like one of the best Cartoon Man shows.
You only watched 3 episodes.
You little puke, watch more. It's so good.
Yeah, I couldn't get into Star versus the Forces of Evil.
Same. I couldn't get into
That one I heard does get better, but
Yeah. I don't know.
Sans like Star. But yeah, like from what I remember, I can understand the first few episodes of Gravity Falls was a lot of sort of like getting to know the characters and stuff, but it gets so good.
It gets so good. I'm surprised though. Out of all the like TV Cartoon Man shows, I don't know. I found like Gravity Falls like kind of instantly charming. Like.
Yeah, I definitely got into it faster than Steven Universe.
Yeah. I was immediately hooked to Steven Universe. I like watched like 3 episodes. Like, this is my new favorite thing.
Yeah.
It
took me a little longer.
Yeah. I like watched the whole first season in like a day. But I think I got into Gravity Falls like really fast. Like I watched like the first episode and was like, I love this.
Did I show you Gravity Falls or?
Yeah, you showed me
thought
Gravity
so.
Falls.
Yeah, and Gravity Falls is also one where like as it gets more plotty, there's a lot of like more intricate stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, man. It starts out good and then it just gets better. It's like
we said, Alex Hirsch, the creator, from the get-go, he only made 2 seasons because he like had the whole story plotted out right away, and it wasn't that long of a story, but it was a very good one, and you can tell if you like watch it and then rewatch it, all the little things that he like put in from the very beginning. But yeah, it's got good plot, it's got fun characters, charming art style.
love it.
If you're willing, Greta, I would recommend giving it another try.
I keep it in my heart always. I love the pig.
Yeah, Giant Woman is one of the best Steven Universe episodes still, I think. Well, to each their own.
Yeah, it's okay to have trash opinions. You're still precious in my heart. Nobody can be perfect.
Any last comments about Steven?
I fucking hate all cartoons, though.
We just spent the last hour talking about how we love our favorite cartoons, and we're gonna end it with that.
Cartoons is for babies, and you shouldn't watch them. Only cartoon that's okay to watch is South Park. Because it says fuck, and it's for grown-ups. Wreck-It Ralph 2, hell yeah. I have such low expectations for that movie.
Do you want to see it tomorrow?
Yeah, we should see it. We can watch it tomorrow, and I'll see if it can like exceed my admittedly very low expectations.
Yeah. I saw somebody talking, but you know, it was just a rando on the internet.
Was it?
I don't know.
Who was it?
So, you know, I don't know if their opinion is, you know, agreeable. But they were saying that they saw it, and while there are a lot of like little just kind of like kitschy, like, haha, it's, you know, the guy from the thing, you know. Yeah. But they were saying it also does a good job of like being about Ralph and Vanellope's friendship and developing that and stuff. So, I don't know, I'm hopeful.
Yeah. Well, look. No. You gotta do like me. Assume it's gonna be terrible and be pleasantly surprised when it isn't. This is how I'm approaching Wreck-It Ralph, and this is how I'm approaching Detective Pikachu.
I don't know. I did love the original, like, Wreck-It Ralph, though.
So, I don't know. That's kind of the thing with sequels. Is that it's hard not to be disappointed when a sequel is, like...
Less good.
Less good, yeah.
Yeah. Any other topics to discuss today? We've only been going for
About an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, a little less.
I don't know. Talk about the Splatoon update. Speculate wildly.
Sure.
Splatoon's getting an update again. December 5th, baby.
Right before Smash.
Right before Smash. It's all a ploy, I'm telling you, to make everyone not want to play Splatoon anymore and have to go buy Smash.
Because they definitely have to hedge their bets with Smash Bros.
Right.
No one's going to want to play it.
No one's going to want to play it. Everyone's going to want to play Splatoon instead.
Yeah.
So, in case you're out of the loop, which probably fucking no one is,
Yeah, we could talk about that stuff too.
oh yeah.
Has there been any new stuff for Animal Crossing?
Yeah, when's that coming out? Tomorrow? Perfect.
It's tomorrow, 2019?
Yep, we missed it.
Dang, we missed Smash.
I don't know, have a lot to say about Smash itself, honestly. Like, we talked about like a lot of the characters that are coming out, and the new ones that are coming out, it's like, I don't fucking care about Incineroar. I don't want any new Pokemon. You know what Smash has too much of? It has too much of A, Pokemon, and B, anime sword boys. No more, Sakurai. I'm tired of it. So Incineroar is gonna happen, and then who the fuck else? Oh yeah, Ken. Don't care. And then Piranha Plant, which actually is very funny. That is actually pretty hilarious. And then the only other thing is that there will also be other guys. And then they talked a lot about the single player mode, like the Spirits mode. I didn't ever really. I'm not that big into single player Smash, to be honest. At least not past like unlocking everything. I know that some people are like dig it, but I'm not a huge fan. So I don't know. The Spirit stuff didn't excite me. We'll get it. See if it's good. I don't know. It looks better than Smash 4 did, but
Oh, thought I had mushrooms.
I feel like that's not saying much. Yeah, you should. I mean, if it's good, I'll try and like put in the time to get good at it, but I feel like I
That'll
don't
cut
know.
into your Splatoon time.
Yeah, but they're gonna make Splatoon bad, remember?
Maybe they'll patch it again, so it'll be good.
That would be nice of them. Maybe they'll patch it again so it'll be not have a disconnect every 2 matches.
Now you have to get Splatoon 3 for that.
Oh my god. No. So I don't know. That's where I'm at with Smash. When I do pick it up, I'm mainly excited to play as King K. Rool, the bad guy from Donkey Kong, because he looks like a lot of fun to play. From what I've heard, word around the grapevine is they made my Smash 4 main character, King DDD, even worse somehow, which is impressive because he was like already considered to be like very bad.
That's cool, Greta. Best of luck to you.
So that's all I have to say about Smash. I don't know. Do you have anything to add?
Not really. I've never really super been into Smash, so I don't have a whole lot to say about it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Speaking of
Hey, Nintendo.
disconnects.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were playing a good video game for a minute. And then the other thing is that, yeah, I don't know. I just like Splatoon so much. It's like, can Smash compete for like my attention? I don't know. Maybe. What else? Animal Crossing, there's no information about it except that it's gonna happen. Then I'm excited it's gonna happen, but I wish I could see a screenshot. I mean, that's like a game I'm definitely gonna get and play and get competitive in. Competitive Animal Crossing. I'm gonna go to the World Championships of Animal Crossing. And then there's a new Splatoon update. They combined Bomb Defense and Cold-Blooded, so now that you have a...
So is that like a new ability that new gear will have, or is old gear gonna now, like, any gear that has Cold-Blooded or Defense up will have the new thing?
Yep.
Gonna have a lot of that.
Yeah, right?
All my million cold-blooded chunks.
Yeah, oh my god, are they gonna combine all my cold-blooded and bomb defense chunks that I don't use into like fucking 900 chunks of this bomb defense DX or whatever the fuck it's called? That's exciting.
I hate this map. Course, whatever. Whatever you call this.
I mean, if Smash 5's really good, then maybe I'll like put down Splatoon for a while, but I've played Smash 4. I know that it's gonna be different, probably better, but it's gonna have to be an awful lot better than Smash 4 for me to like want to get into it very deep. Like, I don't know, Smash 4 kind of sucks. It's like not bad, but it's not that much fun. Oh hey, it's this map again.
Yep.
So the other thing is so here's one of the things that I'm really excited to talk about is the weapon power up, which is an interesting concept. And so what we know so far is that it affects each subclass of weapon differently. So for all the splatter shots, it increases the accuracy while jumping. For the aerospray, it makes it paint more, which seems pointless. Like, that's not what the aerospray needed to make it an okay weapon, but sure, whatever. It's gonna be, it's gonna be so good in Turf War, holy shit. Turf War meta is busted now because the aerospray paints so much. The brush, the like running speed is increased when you're inking.
Join us, Greta.
The roller does more damage. And is that it? Am I missing one? Oh, and the Splatlings, they get like more time shooting for their charge, which is...
Did you say what buckets do?
Did not say what buckets do yet, and that's where we're gonna get into our wild speculation.
What do you think how do you think it will affect buckets?
So in your opinion so far, the ones we know, are they making up for the weapon's weak points, or are they making their strong points better?
Well, so far, it seems like it's been trying to make, for the most part, I don't know, it's been a little bit of both. Like, for example, like the big one is like it makes rollers have more power, which means that there's gonna be a lot less like times where you flick and you like don't get a one-hit KO. It'll feel kind of closer to how rollers felt in the first game. Like how you could more consistently get a splat with them. And that seems like a big going in a way to like, you know, compensate for their weaknesses now. Like the big thing with like rollers is now you have to dedicate a certain amount of points to that instead of like the other abilities you might want, like Ninja Squid or Swim Speed Up or this or that or the other thing. So I think a lot of them it's making up for their weaknesses. And that's a good point, Greta. I'm on the fence on whether it's a good design, because it might be bad. Like, I see where you're coming from, and I think that's a good argument.
What?
That the addition of like main weapon up is going to like make like knowing how to counterplay against stuff a lot harder. Like matchups will be a lot less knowable. And for some weapons, I think that's true. For example, again, against the roller, you know, I guess, I don't know, I kind of take it for granted that rollers have to be like positioned really well to score a one-hit KO. So like against a roller, I try to like make myself hard to reach so that they can't get into good position, so they can't get a one-hit KO. Wow, what an asshole. But now it's like, if you're against a roller, you're gonna have to like guess, like, can this roller one-hit KO me from further away because of its power up, or is this just gonna be vanilla roller? And that I get. But other matchups seem like the way you fundamentally fight them doesn't change. For example, the Splatling gets more bullets for its charge. And even though that makes it better, it doesn't fundamentally change how you fight against a Splatling. So I think that it's gonna have a lot to do with how each weapon is affected. Like, hopefully they won't implement anything too drastic, but the ones that have been revealed so far to me don't really seem that drastic to begin with.
Yep.
So I'm like undecided on whether or not it's a good or a bad ability. Now that being said, and I want to wildly speculate, for Christ's sakes, about how it's going to affect weapon classes. So Chelsea, you talked about what's it going to do to the slosher. Well, what do you think it could do to the tri-slosher to make it better?
Better range?
Okay. All right, but nobody does that though. Nobody times 75 frames in their head when fighting a Splatling. Like, that's...
Maybe Greta does.
Okay, well, get Greta's face and put the geometry meme in front of it or whatever. But nobody does that. Like... Because a lot of times when you're going up against a Splatling, you might not know when it started firing anyway.
See?
I don't mean to like put you on blast, but I think that's horse shit.
What? There's voice chat in Mario Kart?
Yeah, dude. And even if like I don't know what you're doing to where you're timing the bullets but not looking at them. Like, if you want to get out like in front of it a few frames earlier, like, okay. But even so, I don't know. I don't think it makes the world of difference that you're like acting like it does make.
Rune. I don't know if I mentioned this or if we have even played this since they added Link's Breath of the Wild Link to this game. But one of the little things they put in that I appreciate is when he does his sword.
Yeah.
It's one of the swords you get from a guardian, and it makes the little noise.
Oh, that's cool. And again, I think that like these small like tweaks still don't fundamentally affect the way you counter these weapons. But yeah, it would be interesting if like the Tri-Slosher like got a range boost for it. I mean, that would be like sort of a fundamental change. Like, because a lot of fighting a Tri-Slosher is kiting it. So like, I don't know. A lot of people have suggested that like the weapons will get range boosts. And I think that
like would get a little confusing. Like especially like a lot of people have said like they'll make it so that the E leader gets a range boost finally, so that there's a reason to run E leader at all. But I feel like that's bad. I feel like if you want people to run the E leader, Nintendo should just like make all E leaders have better range. Like I'm afraid that the thing that's gonna happen is that they're gonna make it so that like E leaders don't need to charge all the way to get a splat, and then it's gonna be like Splatoon 1 E leader fest all over again. In that like scenario, I feel like then this is a total failure. I don't know. I think like having the splat, like the splatter shot, having its reticle, like having its accuracy in air be better is like really helpful, but I don't think that that's like gonna be like game breaking. It's like a minor thing. It'll be like, you know, the splatter shots might jump more, and like that'll make aiming at them a little bit trickier. That'll make like tracking harder and stuff like that. But I don't think that's gonna like make fighting a splatter shot like way different. A brush might be able to get in faster if it can increase its speed, but at the end of the day, it's still a brush. There's nothing, it has no new tricks.
Greta's here. But C. Dewey left. Where'd you go, C. Dewey? It's okay, C. Dewey. It's Mario Kart. You have no real control over what place you get. So don't feel down about it. Who keeps trying to make a voice chat?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that is another thing. It's like, how will it affect weapons that are already really good? Like, I really hope that this exists like kind of as like pseudo balance. Like, my hope is that whatever it gives Splat Dualies isn't very good, since like Splat Dualies, specifically Empery Dualies, are on top of the meta right now. And whereas like weapons that are like struggling in this meta, like the Splat Roller, get like good boons. I mean, like, that being said, it's like, again, they gave her a spray painting ability, and so that's not what they needed at all. But yeah, I'm hoping that like stuff at the top of the meta, like Blaster and Splat Dualies, don't get things that are that great. One thing about like what else is good? There's also, and the other thing though is that God, what other stuff is really good now? I mean, the chargers are really good right now. The vanilla Splat chargers and that stuff are kind of like meta. And like, again, I'm really worried they're gonna either extend their range or decrease like the amount of charge they need to kill, or like even decrease their charge time.
Yeah, when Greta first talked about how they were doing this, I was like, so is it like a damage up in the first game?
Yeah, like that would be very bad. Like, but then the question is like, how do you make a charger better if not decreasing its charge time or increasing its range, right? Like, a way you could do it for like all the chargers that like don't have a scope would be to increase the time they can baby park baby, increase the time they can hold a charge, but then like, what do you do with the ones that do have a scope?
What category does NZAP go into?
NZAP is an NZAP.
Oh, it's just by itself?
Yeah, it's subclasses, not classes.
Oh, okay. Do we know what it'll get or not?
No.
Okay.
The only shooters that we know are Arrow, Spray, and Splattershot.
I mean, it like all depends on like how it plays out. I really think it's very dependent on what main weapon up does, and there are definitely some choices they could make that would really like be really like, I don't know, problematic for the meta. Again, I keep saying this, I'm like a broken record, but like anything that increases a charge's like charge time or charge needed to splat or range would really fuck things up. And I really hope they don't do that.
That's Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's Mario Kart, baby.
Going from 2nd place to 9th.
I mean, they'll probably like...
Goodbye.
And then there's like a lot of interactions that I'm wondering about, because even though they're increasing the like firing duration of the splatlings for the charge time, like does a full charge still consume the same amount of ink? Because it shouldn't. It should consume more ink if you're firing longer. Because if it doesn't, then like it's also secretly an ink saver main, which at that point it would actually be like so broken. Like I really get where you're coming from. Like I really get sort of like the worrisome nature of this ability. And like I feel like the problem with like balancing Splatoon is that some weapons are probably hard to balance without some weapons are probably hard to balance without breaking. Like I imagine like it might be very hard to balance the splat roller. Like I imagine they like might have wanted to just give it more damage, but I feel like there's like a certain damage threshold that you get with the splat roller to where now you're playing Splatoon 1 like Carbon Roller and like it's completely broken and now the meta is the Carbon Roller. So I feel like in a way forcing players to choose between damage and speed, which is kind of what this perk does, is kind of a clever way to handle it. Like as sort of unorthodox as it is, it might be good. I'm not saying that it will be. It could be a total disaster, but it might work. I think you have to wait and see. Well, I mean, the first thing, I mean, like, it's a question of, like, sort of the philosophy of the ability slots in the first place. Like, a lot of the stackable abilities existences, I think, should really be called into question.
Like which ones?
Like, any of the stackable ones. Like, I mean, if we're talking about, like, sort of playing against weapons, like what it's fundamentally like to play against them, like, I don't know, get rid of Ninja Squid. If you're like expecting people to like be visible in the ink. Or get rid of like thermal ink if you're expecting to be undetectable behind walls. Like the weapons, the abilities themselves, like all the abilities, the stackables and the unstackables, like fundamentally change things about weapons. You know,
No, my stuff.
playing against like a bubbler weapon with object shredder and special charge up is very different from playing against one without it. It's like the hitbox is bigger, and like the hitbox of the bubble explosion isn't exactly like, I don't know, readable, to put it generously, like easily readable on first like glance.
But
As for like weapons that are like high tier versus weapons that are low tier and like end up having to run this, I don't know. I think that like having choices is sort of like a buff at the very least. So I don't think that it's like as cut and dry as you might think.
the ability to like select what you're better at versus like higher tier weapons that don't really have that, even though it's like maybe not quantitatively as powerful, it's still worth something.
I mean, it's the same with like a lot of the goods. A lot of the like stuff in meta in Splatoon is like meta because it's so kind of like you have so many options. Like not options like what you can run in Swords of Gear. I mean in options of like what you can do. Like
There you are, Sans.
Inkjet is meta
I was wondering where you ran off to.
because like you can like discreetly choose where you want to launch your giant cannon blasts, and they're like powerful like projectile weapons. So being able to choose like where to plant, I don't know how many, you get like 6 or 7 blasts before it runs out. That's like it's powerful because you get to choose where they go. It's why it's better than like Inkstorm, which, you know, you choose the direction it goes, but then like after that you have no control over it. It's why out of like, you know, the big top ranked specials, like people like Stingray and Inkjet better than Rain or like Armor. But what I'm trying to say is, I know it sounds like I'm really coming out on defense of this, and I'm not necessarily. I'm just saying that it's really going to depend on what they do with it. I think that it's very easy for them to break the game with this ability, or not break the game, but like make the meta quote unquote bad with this ability. But I don't think that it's inherently bad. I think that it could be good. We're gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna have to wait and see what it does for everything. I think that it's gonna come down to like how it affects chargers, because that's the thing I'm most scared of. Like, I don't know if you remember, I'm sure you remember playing Splatoon 1. Chelsea,
No.
you remember Splatoon 1?
No.
Chelsea doesn't remember Splatoon 1. Let me refresh your memory. The E-liter was one of the best weapons in the game.
Was Rune in that game?
No.
Then I don't remember.
Okay. The E-liter is one of the best weapons in Splatoon 1, for people who don't know, because it had the longest range, but it was flexible enough to where, like, it could kill you at much shorter range for much less of a time investment. So you weren't actually trading anything for the range. And that was shitty. And that sucked. And nobody liked going up against the E-liter. And I'm afraid that's what's going to happen again. And I hate the concept of that. They aren't...
Let's hope that the community was vocal enough about that the devs won't be like, hey, let's do that again.
Yeah. I'm not worried about splat dualies. I don't know what you could do to the splat dualies to make them broken that's not, like, egregious. Like,
Third roll?
that would be egregious,
Yeah.
right? If you could, like, just roll more, then that would be so unfair. I feel like the thing that is... my hope is that they give the splat dualies something inconsequential, like each roll consumes, like, slightly less ink. Like, ink saver roll is what it amounts to. Because that would be, like, so... like, not that big a deal. It wouldn't break anything. But if they increase, like, anything else, like, I don't know, like, accuracy while jumping might even be too much for the splat dualies, because splat dualies are such a mobile class anyway. Giving them yet another mobility option would just be... it'd suck. It's like, no, please don't. So I hope it's something minor. The thing to worry about with blasters is that it'll increase, like, the radius of the blast. That would also be another thing that's like, please God, no. If they make it so it increases the blast radius, that's like instant uninstall the game, never play it again.
Yeah.
Like,
If you could make a new ability, what would you make?
Good question. It would be called Internet Connection Up. And it is immediately meta. Everybody runs 3 tiers of it.
Ah!
But yeah, I can imagine there could be scary things that go on the dualies, like anything that increases damage or rate of fire, like anything that gives them a faster, like, time to kill would be totally busted.
Stop it!
They aren't going to do that because the rate of fire on dualies is already, like, ridiculously high. And I don't think they're going to buff the damage to where you can now get, like, 3 shots with the splat dualies, because that would be totally shitty. And obviously they're not going to, like, give them anything that already exists as a power. They're not going to make it like you can run main weapon up and it makes your swim speed better, because there's an ability that does that already. It's called swim speed. So it's going to be, like, based around, like, the roll or accuracy during mobility. Yeah, RNG down. That's another one that could be scary if, like, on the 52 gal and the 96 gal, if, like, the power reduces the RNG, then that would be also bad. And that might be what happens, and that's not going to be good. But let's talk about what the 4 new Kensa weapons are going to be. Where we're going to see, we'll only get 4 more. Nintendo is only releasing 8 more weapons, and 4 of them are going to be mysterious Kensa weapons.
Kensa and Zap.
Kensa
and Zap.
Could be. I don't know. I was really hoping to see a Kensa Splatling variant But you know, there's like actually kind of a lot of Splatlings in the game. There's like 5 subclasses of Splatling, which is pretty nuts. Just like there's fucking 5 subclasses of Slosher, which is pretty crazy. So I don't think there'll be a Kensa Slosher. Well, actually, they made a Kensa Slosher already. They made the sloshing machine. So maybe we'll make a Kensa Splatling. I don't know. Yeah, no, that's a good point, Greta. That's bad design. Like, no doubt, you just have to experiment, and it's a shame that it doesn't say anywhere. I mean, like, but the thing is that if you're playing at like such a nitty-gritty level, I don't know, I look at like a lot of numbers about Splatoon to like calculate different like averages for like time to kill and like average like shot deviation and like what's the percentage chance you have of like running a 96 gallon, like getting like a team wipe behind your wall before it breaks.
Nerd.
Like shot deviation. But that's not something you should have to do. Thanks, Chelsea.
You're welcome.
But I don't know. I don't think there'd be a solution though for this that anyone would really be happy with, because like you can't really put some of this stuff all in the game without it being like kind of an info dump. Like when you fucking ask Sheldon what the ink brush does, and if he started like talking for more than like several paragraphs, like new players would be like, fucking forget it. I'm just gonna run the junior forever. So I don't know, like here's the thing, maybe like there's some other character that will tell you a bunch of shit about the weapons in the game. I mean, there is a character who does that. It's Callie, but like she tells you things at random. The same thing with like Judd, like it's things at random.
Yeah, jerks.
And it's like, what if I want to know all the information? I'm not gonna sit there and talk to Judd and Callie for like 19 hours. Just put it on a fake squid book. Just go like have a squid chronomicon in the library. Sheldon's probably got a book. I don't know. Sheldon has a library in his basement. Who cares? Does Sheldon have a basement? Yes, because he is a pervert.
I mean, every time there's an update, Marina and Pearl are like, go check out the Splatoon website for more info, which isn't great, but that. Yeah.
Nobody fucking... Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions about not only Splatoon's game design, but like game design in general here. Like, how much information is too much?
That's cool, Sans. We'll probably stream Deltarune at some point, too.
Yeah. I want to stream it in Christmas, because then we can cosplay.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm down.
Who are you gonna be in cosplay? Who you gonna be?
Well, if we're going with our previous Undertale cosplays, I would be Chris, because I was Chara and Frisk before. But we don't have to do that.
You don't have to do that.
But I do like Chris's outfit.
Okay, we
Like,
can do
their
that.
Armor
How are you
thing.
gonna play Deltarune with your hair in your eyes?
Maybe you'll play.
Okay. I'm just gonna be Sans again. You start playing it.
Or if we wanted to go with Christmas theme, I could be the Christmas reindeer girl.
Oh, cool.
And then Susie will be my girlfriend.
Oh. Well, I want to be the Christmas reindeer girl then.
There was this pretty good comic where she's talking to Susie. And Susie's like, hey, you wanna, like, telling her about, there's this, you know, dark kingdom or whatever. You wanna go check it out? And she's like, what? Like, yeah, but first we have to go into this dark closet together. And she's like, Noelle's like, oh, sure. And she's like blushing and stuff. And then the next panel is like them in the dark world and she's in a cool outfit. And she's just like, what the fuck?
Are there any other, like, Christmas characters besides Noelle? I'm not being Noelle's dad.
I think it was just her and her dad. Because they're reindeer masters. Right. And then there's, like, the Griffin Trot or whatever from the first Undertale game.
Oh, yeah, Gift and Trot.
Whatever their name was.
Yeah.
But I think that was it. Oh.
I just really want to be Rules card.
Then do it. But then I would want to be Mettaton, even though he's not in it.
Oh, Christmas. Yeah, good one.
There can be more than one Sans. That's the whole thing with, like, the parallel timelines and shit.
Yeah.
There are lots of Sanses.
Yeah, I've even got a black coat for Sans. A black hoodie, excuse me.
Those are very cute, Sans.
They're so cute, I'm gonna die.
No, don't die.
I'm dead because it was too cute.
No.
Oh, golly.
It's black. It's black in the battle portrait, and that's the most detailed picture. I'm sure it's just
all of the characters in Undertale are just black and white.
Yeah, I'm sure if it was like, it'd be like confusing if in the overworld it was black.
Fake fan.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Hey, Sidhu is back.
Hey, Sidui! Hey, when you hear your family, Sidui?
Sans, why aren't you in here?
Can't stay away from the good old Mario's cart. But if we are gonna do that, we're gonna have to like get the cosplay together soon because like Christmas is.
It's very soon, and we'd have to do it before Christmas because we're both going out of town.
Yeah.
Unless we did it after Christmas, but.
I guess we could do it after Christmas. I don't know. That would be like.
I guess it depends on when we get the costumes together.
Yeah. Do you know that you can't buy Adobe Premiere?
You can't?
You can't.
Do you have to get a bundle or something? Or
You can only subscribe to it now.
Oh.
Which makes me so upset, Chelsea.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how upset I was this morning when I was trying to get it.
That
and
sucks.
I was like, hey dog, you can't own it. You can only borrow it for $30 a month. And I was like, this makes me so upset, Adobe.
Yeah, that's too bad. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I didn't know either. It's fucking... It's a really good business model. Because you make more money, and now more people think they can afford it.
Yeah.
Even though they still can't. I hate it. It's complete... It's, like, definitely, like, slimy.
Yeah.
But... Well, anyway... So, all that to say is that I think I'm going to stick with Final Cut. Eight.
Final Cut 8.
Yep. I'm a weirdo. I'm going straight to Final Cut 8. I don't think that exists. It doesn't go straight from 7 to 10.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, I got 8 somehow. My dad works at Apple or whatever the fuck makes Final Cut,
Yep, Apple.
and he got me 8. Here, son. I love you. Here's Final Cut 8. Thanks, Dad.
Oh, going back to Deltarune, I somehow didn't like realize this when I was playing it until I saw someone talking about it.
Yeah.
But it's hilarious that freaking how do you say his name?
Rules card?
Rules card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, you know, like in a deck of cards, there's a card with the rules on it.
Oh, okay. I didn't get that.
Yeah.
He's just like lounging on the floor of his shop.
Yeah. He's the coolest character.
I somehow didn't realize that was the floor. He's not even on like a sofa. I love him.
Well, I wanted to switch to, well, so my computer said I can't use Finale anymore because I updated it so I could play Jackbox on it. Or not Finale, Final Cut. Because it, like, I guess the update I downloaded didn't figure out that I stole it. So they're like, hey, pay for this, bitch. And I was like, okay, maybe I will. But then I was talking to Chelsea and she was like, well, everybody likes Adobe Premiere better. And I was like, oh, okay. Maybe I'll look at that instead. And so I looked at it and I was like, this seems pretty cool. How much does it cost? And it was like, it costs $30. I'm like, what? That's so much cheaper. And then like a month. I was like, but I want to just have it. I don't want to pay for it monthly. And they're like, well, you can't.
Can you like subscribe just for a while and then when you're done with your project unsubscribe? For a while? Until you need it again?
Sure. But like, I don't know when I'm gonna like need it again. And like that could be not cost effective unless like, I don't know, I knew exactly how long projects were gonna take and how many projects I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Which I don't. Because I have like all these ideas for like videos for the channel in my head that sometimes I act on and most of the time I don't.
Yeah. You could also look into DaVinci, but I know most people use DaVinci more as like an After Effects coloring thing.
Yeah.
But it does have editing capabilities, and if you get like the free version, it basically has all the things the regular version does, except for like some of the more stuff that professionals need. But if you're just sort of just editing in general, the free version is pretty good.
I'm a professional. I'm a real ass. I'm basically like as good as you at video editing.
Okay.
I took like a semester of video editing in college, so I'm basically expert.
Okay.
No, that's a good tip, but I already bought Final Cut.
Oh, okay. Which one did you get?
10.
Oh.
I mean, it's the one I've used forever, so I'm just gonna. I know everybody hates how it works, but I know how to use it because it's the only one I've ever done.
Well, see, you didn't have like the other one, so you didn't have the experience of going into Final Cut 10 and being like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
No, Movie Magic or whatever it is, comes with Max, but Final Cut, which is like has a lot more stuff you can do, you have to pay for. Like, or what, iMovie, I think it's called? Yeah, iMovie. iMovie is fine if you just need to like cut and do some titles and stuff. Like for our highlight reel, that's what I used. Because it doesn't require like a lot of finessing. But if you want to do a more like complicated editing, you need to pay for or get somehow Final Cut or Avid or DaVinci or Adobe Premiere Pro or one of the other editing softwares are out there. Those are the main industry standards though. Euro MMR? What is MMR?
I don't know. Should I look it up on the internet?
Is that the little Mario points? The little coins? Or something?
Mario coins.
No, Sans, you should stay up and watch our stream, and then when we're done, which will probably be soon because it's getting late, then you can go to bed. You don't need sleep, you need Master Questers.
Yeah. It's good for you.
It ain't a school night.
Yeah, it's Saturday. Come on. Oh, hang out. It'll be fun.
Watch me fall off this cloud.
Watch Chelsea fall off this cloud. It'll be fun. A lot of tonic water.
Yeah, I'm also out of drink.
You mean this?
Yeah.
Oh, do you want another one?
I probably shouldn't open up a new can this late.
What if I open up a new can and make a rum and coke and then give you the rest?
Yeah, okay.
Hell yeah. It worked out. We both win. But I mean, I met a tonic water for Master Quest Monday. For my mid-no martini.
You should make a new drink that's called the Midna Martini.
See, I thought about that a lot actually. Like, what would go in it? Like, how would you make it?
It needs to, at the end, look like it's got like black smoke in it or some shit.
Right, yeah, it should be like black and white. And if you can like swing it like maybe like a blue lattice or something.
Yeah.
Like it should look kind of like a coffee martini with whipped cream on top and then some sort of blue icing.
Yeah. Clark, just make a series of YouTube videos where you create alcoholic beverages based on video game characters.
There you go. Yeah, but our kitchen isn't very photogenic.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not a handsome kitchen, it's a very utilitarian kitchen. It's perfect for the Soviet. People would see our kitchen and be like, what? I don't know what they would be like, honestly.
They'd be like, oh, they live in a tiny apartment.
Oh, they live in a little apartment that costs way too much money for the square footage.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't want to move to LA.
Good, don't, it's full.
Don't move to LA. I'm looking for more buddies. Hey, if you're out there watching this, come move to LA. We got room.
We do not.
We got room. We got room. Plenty of room. Come on. Come over. There's plenty of new room. A lot of it just burned up, so they're gonna make new houses. Once it's done being on fire, it's gonna be a great place to live. Out of rum. Gotta pour the whole rest of the rum in, or else your friend will give me bullshit. Tell me how to live my life.
My friend Melissa from Japan, when she visited, made a comment on how our bar had several bottles of alcohol with just a teeny tiny bit of alcohol left. And then Clark...
It's hurtful.
So then Clark dumped all of it into one drink. Maybe that's the Midna Martini.
No, that's just the Twilight Princess martini. You don't want to do it, but you are obligated to. Here's one half of a Coke. I don't know how to put in the code because I'm an idiot.
You did fine. I'm proud of you. Jerk.
Oh, thanks for wrapping up the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Pour all the grease out before you go to sleep.
I'm coming for you, Greta.
Are you coming for Greta to murder him? Because that's what he asked for.
Yes. I'm gonna murder him with my master cycle. Or whatever this motorcycle is called.
Right? It's called the motorcycle of the goddess.
Got him. And then my mission is accomplished, so I die.
Worth it?
Yes.
You could be in first place. Oh yeah, dude. Wait, who is this? Get out of my way.
Move, Harold.
Harold? Fuck you, Harold.
Trying to meet up with my friend Greta.
I'm trying to meet up with Greta and destroy their tiny little baby bones.
Greta, watch out. Harold's coming for you. He won't make it quick and painless like me.
Man, he's determined to fucking ruin Greta's night.
Greta, watch out.
Greta, don't be killed by Harold because I want to kill you. I want you to die by my hand, not stranger Harold. Oh, that's terrible.
Whenever I hear Harold, I just think of the "they're lesbians, Harold" meme.
Where is that from?
It's just from like an anecdote of somebody on the internet
Oh.
where like they went to a movie that was about like two lesbians
Yeah.
and they watched almost the whole thing, and then this like couple in front of them was just like this older man and woman. The woman just goes like, "They're lesbians, Harold."
That's funny.
Well done, Greta.
Well, gang, when should we wrap this up?
It's probably about time. Do we do one more?
Let's do one more.
We'll do one more. And then call it a night. Any last things we want to talk about, gang? Before we sign off? Watch She-Ra.
Watch She-Ra.
Watch The Dragon Prince.
Watch Gravity Falls.
Watch Gravity Falls.
Find a way to unwatch Korra, but write on a Polaroid with a picture of Korra, "Do not trust her lies." So that even though you've unwatched it, you don't forget to not watch it. I don't know, there are a lot of games coming out that I'm gonna play. Gonna get the Tetris Effect for Christmas.
Nice.
Gonna get Smash 5. Smash Ultimate, Smash Better, Smash Mouth. And then, I don't know, I'm gonna pick up the Spyro trilogy whenever it comes on to the Switch. Like I did with the Crash Bandicoot trilogy. I don't know, those are like the games that are coming out soon that I'm thinking about. I mean, Katamari's coming out soon too, or is out actually already.
Yeah, I think it's out.
I don't know, a lot of good stuff happening.
I'll probably get Katamari. I just went on to the eShop for the sale and I bought Rayman Legends and Runner 3, which maybe that would be a good thing to play sometime for Questlog, because I think it's sort of a mindless kind of game.
Runner is a rhythm game, ain't it?
Yep.
Okay.
From what I understand, it's sort of like, you know, in Rayman Legends, the music levels.
Oh yeah, I bet it's totally like that.
Yeah. Which I love those, so I was like, I'll try this game since it's on sale.
Yeah.
and I was kind of tempted to get Rayman Legends anyway, but I didn't want to pay $40 for a game I had on the Wii U.
Yeah.
But now I got it for like $15, so it's like, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah! Ow.
So Rayman Legends is Ubisoft, right?
Yep.
So can you play as Rabbid Peach?
I believe the game came out before the birth of Rabid Peach.
Okay, hard pass. Ubisoft will let me play as Rabbid Peach. I can't. Why isn't Rabbid Peach in Smash? There's an Echo Fighter.
You don't know she isn't.
I guess that's true.
The game hasn't come out yet. Maybe that'll be a surprise. Maybe Peach won't even be in it. It'll
be Rabbid
Peach and
Rabbid
Peach.
Daisy as the Echo Fighter. Rabbid Rosalina. For some reason, all the characters are just rabbits. Oh, I can't wait to finally be Rabbid Ridley.
Okay, guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching.
You should totally get Breath of the Wild, Sans. It's an amazing game.
Yeah, I love Breath of the Wild, and so should you.
It's super good.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Highly recommend.
10 out of 10 would play again.
Bye, guys.
Bye.